Hello, welcome back to Sarah and Jason play a multiplayer head-to-head campaign in Immortal Empires. So, as you may have known if you watched our other videos, we ended the Orion versus Kairos, and we're picking right back up with a new one where we're going to do random rolling once again. But we do have some stipulations. So, I'm going to pop over to the faction randomizer screen here. And I've already input all of my restrictions, but I'm going to let Jason go through because he has the list of what each of us is either that we don't want to play or that we can't play based on what the other person decided. So I'll let him explain that.
Yes, so I guess we can start with you first then. So we banned Zinch and Wood Elf factions because that's what we played last time. And for Sarah, we also banned all of the factions that she's been playing in her other campaigns. So Tyrion, Miao Ying, Grimgor, and Aradessa are all banned for her. And then she specifically picked Demons of Chaos, or I guess Legion of Chaos, Slanesh and Katep as banned options, and then I picked Malice, Gorok, and Ikitclaw, so those were the same picks as last time. So those should be all of the bans for you, and I guess you can roll first, or did you want to do my bans and then both roll?
I mean, that's up to you. I can roll, but I'm not going to say what I get until you do yours. So,
That's fine.
okay. I'm going to do. Oh, and then we also decided that we would each get one reroll. So if I roll something that I really hate and don't want to play, I can roll again and see if I get something better or worse.
Something worse would be
Oh,
funny.
all right. The problem is if I get something that I'm like so about, I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to go with a reroll if
You get something, you get like Skarsnik, and you're like, ew, and then you re-roll and you get Tretch.
All right, I'm sticking with my first roll.
Okay, interesting. We'll see what that is. So for me, again, Zinch and Wood Elves were banned. I also advocated banning the Warriors of Chaos and Legion of Chaos by default for me because they are fairly similar in army composition to Zinch because they share like the Marauders, the Chaos Warriors, the Chosen, the mounted Marauders, and all that. So there's minor differences, but they were close enough that I didn't want to like end up with Village or something, which is not much different from Zinch. So um, I then manually banned Slanesh, Nurgle, and Tehenawin. And then Sarah banned Miao Ying, Thoric, and Ikitclaw. And then we also banned Eltharion because I had just finished a single player with Eltharion. So took him off. And I believe all of those are accurately taken off of mine, so I will roll here and see what I get.
I'm so interested.
What are we gonna get? Oh my. I
Uh-oh.
could definitely get worse than that. I don't think I want to re-roll.
Okay. We should re-roll just to see what we would get, but we're stuck with this first one, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll again just to see what I get on my current roll.
Yeah, I'm re-rolling here too. Oh.
The Storm Dragon will lead you to victory.
So I'm very much happy I got the first one. So the second one was Scrag the Slaughterer.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
I did play him in Realms of Chaos, like way back when the ogres, when I think you played. Did you play Zinch and I played Scrag? I do remember playing Scrag a little bit.
I don't remember. I might have been Zinch. That could have been
What
when
did
I
you
played
get?
Zinch. So my re-roll is it's I'm not sure if it's better or worse than my original, but my re-roll was Zhao Ming.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. So before we pick, if I select game settings, it's not going to mess up when we pick our actual faction, right?
What do you mean?
It shouldn't. Like, it's not going to reset, like, if I turn off endgame and all of that stuff.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, so turn times unlimited. Default battle is fight. Character loading, enable C lanes. So we just want to turn off the endgame crisis, right?
I mean, we can have it on if you want, because you said you wanted it last time. It's not a big deal.
It doesn't matter to me.
Although now that I think about it, we did not decide on what the like victory condition would be.
Oh yeah, we didn't. Well, we can start and we'll discuss that, and then we can come up with that later. But
okay, all right.
I mean, I don't have to have endgame on. I don't care anything.
I don't
about
mind
it.
having on it. It's not gonna bother me. Well, one of them could be problematic.
One of them I would not want to be on there.
One of them I would not want to be in there.
All right,
unless like diplomacy's if diplomacy's an option, then it's okay.
Yeah. So I think if we have endgame on, we should have diplomacy on. But let's choose our factions, and then we can decide if we want one to be off.
Okay. I'm curious what you got.
Are we playing normal?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. So, I rolled dwarfs and I rolled Thoric.
Oh my.
What did you
This
roll?
is going to be interesting.
Oh no.
So, I rolled dwarfs. And I got Beligar.
Oh
no. That's interesting.
Well. Huh.
Huh, indeed.
So should we take the grudge off, or should we leave it on?
See, now I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
I don't know either. I don't know how this is gonna happen, but I'm gonna put diplomacy on at least.
Okay.
Oh my. I'm kind of scared about this.
So this is interesting. This could easily go either way, because Beligar gets some massive penalties at the start of a campaign. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that'll be interesting.
I just love how I got one of the ones that you're not allowed to play because you go crazy with it.
I know. I didn't expect you to get one of that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So glad I did that, not Scrag. Where is Scrag?
Scrag's right above where I would be as... Actually, no, he's right next to me as Beligar.
Wait, hold on. So let's go to Ogre Kingdoms in Scrag. No, he's over by Beligar.
I am Beligar.
No, I meant like if you were Zhao, like if we had to go with.
Oh, if we both would...
reroll.
No. Yeah, if we were Zhao, would be super far apart. But if you went with your reroll and I stick with Beligar, you'd be right next to me.
I see. Oh, man. Oh, now I'm really scared because, like, I like playing the dwarves. Dwarves are a lot of fun, but if you're also playing the dwarves, like... Oh.
I feel like a dwarf mirror match is just going to be awful. Like, we're just going to be sitting on either sides of the map and be like, who's going to move first?
Just corner camping?
Yeah. I mean, it's very interesting because Beligar has certain buffs that counter Thoric, but Thoric has certain buffs that counter Beligar. That's interesting.
And Beligar gets the like ethereal heroes, doesn't he?
That is true, yeah.
So those are a pain in the behind to kill.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Oh boy.
I'm sure this will be more fun than the Tzeentch Wood Elf one was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had fun with the Wood Elf one, but I just got to be OP, so we'll see.
Yeah, because you had no upkeep. I do find it ironic that the lore that I get is another one with an upkeep penalty, though.
Does that go away when you take Carragate Peaks?
Yeah, there's like a condition that it goes away. And it's not... I mean, it's pretty bad. It's not the worst thing, I don't think, but...
Oh man. I just don't like I feel like we shouldn't fight each other because we're all one big happy family.
Well, I
But
wouldn't be surprised if we kind of have to.
yeah.
Because I can't remember if this is the case or not, but like Thoric has all of those artifacts that he has to gather from different settlements.
Mm-hmm.
One of them might be Carrick Eight Peaks,
Oh, great.
in
Oh,
which case
great.
that's an inevitable conflict that we're going to have.
Oh, boy. So I've got, let's see. Oh, I forgot Manfred. Manfred's usually wiped out, so I've got Krotgar,
Oh yeah, have fun with him.
Manfred. I mean, I feel like dwarves are good against vampires.
Why do I have the symbols for the artifacts as well?
I don't
Or is it
know.
that I just can see them on because you're in the game? Interesting.
I don't know.
So it looks like Carrick Eight Peaks is not one of the settlements you need, but the settlement right next to it is.
So I would have to basically go up there anyway.
Ah, Belagar doesn't even start in Carrick Ezor anymore? What?
Oh, all right. Well, I feel like we should fight our first battles on the map.
Well, I've got like 7 heroes to put in my army first.
Yeah, that's totally unfair. Totally unfair, but I guess I will. Let's see.
But now we have to fight as the enemy.
No.
I mean,
You'll make
even
me
if I
lose my first army.
even if I fought as the enemy, I'm sure you would still win.
They have an Arachnarok spider.
Yeah, but you've got like a bunch of super tough boys. So, okay, one thing that is really cool about Belagar is that he buffs his whole army with missile defense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thoric buffs his whole army with like missile strength.
stuff like that, yeah. So like my basic crappy dwarf warriors have silver shields rather than bronze shields.
That's so unfair.
And I think that means that my really good silver shield guys will have gold shields. I'll have to check on that. That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I have bronze shields.
That would be sweet if I had gold shield on like most of my army. Wow.
I feel like I
would
should
be
corner camp this.
ridiculous.
But they probably won't come after me because I attacked them, right?
Oh, they will. They always attack you.
Oh, do they?
Unless multiplayer campaigns are different than single player campaigns. They always attack me as Thoric.
Well, I'm corner camping.
And that's what you do. Plus, in the... Will it not show me? Does this not count as bad terrain or something? What the heck?
Oh, I forgot Iron Breakers are also ranged.
They're like melee range, yeah. They only have like 1 or 2 volleys. I do like Thoric. Thoric's good.
I know, you get carried away with Thoric. You can make him, like, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just speed up this.
Yeah, so normally, if I click on a unit and hover over terrain, it, like, shows me the penalties for the terrain, but maybe it doesn't do it because I'm spectating or something.
Oh, do they?
Because,
I
like,
don't see
normally
that.
water and, like, bog areas give penalties to, like, infantry troops. But I can't, I'm not seeing anything pop up.
I probably should. Ping added? What are you pinging?
Just random areas. Oh, you can teleport to the pings. How nice.
Oh, I should have backed up. They're gonna flank me, aren't they?
Yeah, I probably would have.
Well, it's too late for that.
Too late to apologize.
What do I have? Rune of Oath and Steel.
Yeah, so I think you start out with the defense and then the offense runes.
Yeah, armor and melee attack. What if I can
Oh,
stop
they gonna
him?
get you.
I wrap him.
Yeah. You're gonna want to be careful who your catapult is attacking there.
Oh yeah.
He just wiped out like a quarter of your Longbeard's health.
Well, I don't like long beards anyway, so.
Oh, okay. That's... Yeah, that's something that you're gonna have to be very careful with as you're playing with the dwarves, is artillery.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like looking at the artillery pieces though. Their grudge their grudge throwers are just a hand. It's just a hand that they put
Oh,
a rock
really?
on. Yeah. Like the cup where you would put the rock is just a hand.
That's funny.
It's really cool how detailed some of these units get. This will actually be really good prep for the Chaos Dwarves coming out.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Both
right.
playing the Order Dwarves, and then we're gonna play Chaos Dwarves.
Except I don't know anything about like Chaos Dwarves. Their faction stuff is going to be a lot different.
Yeah, they're all about fair labor.
Well, my dwarf warriors on the side are doing okay.
I would probably run away if I were the guys fighting the spider.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
I don't like spiders.
Especially a giant spider.
Yeah. I've always liked how models can get thrown like 50 feet in the air and then they just run back in like nothing happened.
Right, exactly.
How are we looking here?
The only thing I hate, though, is that dwarves cannot run down enemies.
Oh no, they cannot. So like even with your rune of speed, like 45% extra speed. Oh no, I mean you could run him down with 45 extra speed because Thoric's 32 versus his 30. Oh, he's 32 now because he's very tired. But so like if Thoric buffed himself by 45% speed, he would outrun him.
Yeah, he can't. He can't do it though.
The cooldown is quite long.
This spider's a pain in my butt.
Yeah, if you were to like add 50% speed to Longbeards, they would get them to like 40, which is almost what Skaven weapon teams can move at. Skaven weapons teams can move really fast because their lords, not their lords, their heroes boost speed. So if you have like 2 engineers, you can get your weapons teams to like 50 plus movement.
Oh yeah.
So they're like really slow cavalry, pretty much.
Alright, so let's have you guys.
I don't think I've played as Belegar in Immortal Empires.
Oh really? That's true, because you default to Thoric.
I usually
So-
play Thoric. Belagar is probably my second favorite Dwarf Lord. But I have not played him in a really long time.
Yeah, I think I would have been happy with. So I haven't played Ungrim. He's like a Slayer guy, right? I don't
Yeah,
usually.
I would not want to play Ungrim
Yeah, I don't usually play Slayers very much.
because they're crap.
I haven't played Thorgrim. I've played Thoric. I think I played Belagar once. I tried playing Grombrindle. His is really hard though with his start position.
You played Grombrindle like in Mortal Empires.
No, I played him in Immortal Empires for like 20 turns, and then I said Malekith is a butthead, and I stopped.
Yeah, but like wasn't he also like your first Dwarf Lord that you ever played way back?
Yeah, but that was technically in Thorgrim's faction. Because Grombrindle didn't have his own faction in Mortal Empires. But yeah, he was one of the dwarfs. The one that I
The first one that I did was Thorgrim. I played as Thorgrim first. And I don't know if I've ever played as Grombrindle. I've
so
recruited
dumb.
him as Thorgrim, but
I didn't even put the hero in my army before I fought that. What a dummy.
yeah, that might have been
What a dummy.
a good thing to have done.
Well, you know, you live and learn.
He could have helped.
Probably.
With some stuff.
Live and learn. I was just so excited about fighting a battle, you know?
Okay, this is hilarious. So, since Belagar gives that missile chance, my my hammerers, which are they have a two-handed warhammer, right?
Okay.
They somehow have bronze shields as well.
Their armor functions as a shield.
Belagar has a gold shield. That's pretty sweet.
Man, I'm bummed my hero didn't get any experience because he didn't fight.
80%. So Belagar is 80% versus. So he can't be shot. He's immune to missiles.
I'll just have to bash him.
And my one ghost has an 80% missile.
Why do you get to fight against like a 6-unit army and mine has like an Arachnarok spider and you have 4 ethereal heroes? How is this fair at all?
Well, you have iron breakers and I've got miners.
I have one iron breaker.
You've got quarrelers.
You have rangers?
Yeah, you had longbeards.
No. You can't bring longbeards into this. No.
Longbeards are better than 2 miners.
That's rude. Those miners have feelings.
They have jobs.
That they do.
Longbeards don't really have professions.
Growing their beards.
They're just the dwarf models. This is not a good map to corner camp, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, why does your... Okay, so they don't have armor because they're ethereal, but they have a gold shield. That's ridiculous.
I know, right?
That's ridiculous,
It's
man.
pretty sweet. I can't remember what the primary differences are between rangers and quarrelers. Like, are rangers better than base quarrelers, or are base quarrelers better than rangers? I don't know.
I don't know.
I never do anything with rangers, so put the hammers on the side here. I'm just gonna make a box. It's gonna be a dwarf box.
Just put your heroes out there, they'll...
Yeah, I'll put the
Runes of smiting upon them.
what's he called? What are those called? The smith guys. I've blanked on what their names are. Okay. Because I know that there's the engineer, there's the Thane, runesmith. That's what they're called, runesmith. I'll put the runesmith on the side of this one. Oh, my runesmith starts with the rune of wrath and ruin as well.
Jeez. Why?
Oh, you had artillery. That's what it is. I don't have artillery.
I don't know. I almost would take
Ready to fight.
4 ethereal heroes over artillery. And also the fact that the army you're fighting is much less good than the army I was fighting.
Vengeance
You don't know that?
calls.
I do know that because they had archer units and goblin archers and an Arachnarok spider.
Well, these guys have wolf riders.
They're charging right into your... That's the stupidest thing they could have done.
Well, where else are they gonna go?
Go around and flank your people in the behind.
You can't flank a box.
Your miners that are not charged defense against large foes.
Wait for it. Haha.
True king.
I wonder in the lore how Belegar feels about Thoric.
No sonic contraptions here.
I don't know. Like the dwarves are kind of. It's kind of strange how they feel about each other sometimes.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes you'd think that they are really good friends, and other times they hate each other as much as they hate anybody else.
I love that your miners are just like, we're gonna look this way in case anybody comes. We don't need to
Hey,
see what's going on behind
You don't
us.
know what's going to come out of those trees. This is wood elf territory in a way.
Like they can't even watch the action. It's like, you better not turn around. You better not turn around.
Zolrikan. I approve.
Wow, you're gonna lose like no health at all. This is trash.
I mean, I so far have not taken any casualties.
I mean, Belegar's taking damage, but
Ready.
He's fine. He'll get
because he's
over
not
it.
ethereal. He has a gold shield too. The heck?
Yeah, Belegar has a gold shield. The one
80%
ethereal guy has an old shield, a gold shield.
Blocks 80%.
Yeah, that's
of
what I said.
missiles.
Like he will
Oh.
never be shot down.
More of vengeance. Pick your targets well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's pretty decent.
Battle ready.
Does he buff units the way that Thoric buffs like Quarrelers?
I mean, he gives everybody a plus 20 missile resistance.
So,
What do you
like,
mean?
Defensive buffs. Like I didn't know if he had a unit. So like Ungrim is Slayers, Thoric is Quarrelers, Belegar is
I don't think he's a specific unit.
To fight. Quick, man.
maybe Hammerers because he's got a hammer.
I don't know. I'd have to check. I love how in his stats he has like missile resistance. I don't know what that does with being shielded.
I was thinking that.
So like if he has 15 missile resistance and an 80% shield, does that make it 95% missile resistance?
It shouldn't. If that's how it works, this should not be how it works. Also, what does he have on his back?
Who, Belegar?
Just runes? Just a giant golden ornament?
Yeah, I guess so.
Huh.
See how many losses I took.
Good heavens. Good heavens. This is not fair. This is not fair.
Hey, I have more upkeep than you, so I can't have as big an army.
Yeah, but still, the army that you went up against is trash.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad army. They didn't get any kills. That
It's
one
also 'cause
orc boar unit ran away and it was at full health almost.
He knew.
Do my
saw
ghosts
the
cause
ghosts.
terror or something?
They probably do.
I'll have to check that, because that would be nice to exploit. Oh yeah, let's go with growth. That's better, I think.
Belegar Ironhammer.
They don't cause fear, but a glimpse made it look like they do cause terror.
What's the difference?
That is a good question, and I'm not completely sure.
I wonder, should I go for broke? I might just go for broke. Oh, man.
I'm just gonna auto resolve that one. It says I lost units in that fight. I doubt it.
In the auto-resolve fight?
Confederate? What? Why do I have the option to confederate already?
With who?
I don't know if I want to do that, do I?
You're gonna lose a lot of money if you do.
Eee.
Who are you confederating with?
Karak Hearn.
Oh, is that just a no-name faction?
It's the one just south of Balthazar, I believe. I don't know if I want to be right next to the vampire counts, though.
Yeah, tell me about it. I don't want to be right next to the vampire counts.
So I will take diplomatic relations or treasury. I'm going to take treasury just because I don't know how broke I'm going to be here in a second.
What?
All right,
I have
that's
to put
decisive.
a lot into my economy here early on.
Goodness, the numbers on those, the kills are crazy.
I am somewhat worried about my starting position just because it's right next to Aranessa and Ikit Claw.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's not cool.
Okay, let's see.
By my hammer it will be done.
I don't know what good blue line stuff there is for dwarves.
This is so stupid. So dumb. How is it that dwarf warriors with a penalty upkeep have lower upkeep than blue horrors for Tzeentch?
It's a mystery.
This is ridiculous. It's insane.
But hey, at least in this game, you can't yell at me if I take really long turns because you might also have to take long turns now that we're on equal playing ground right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
Whose strategy will come out on top? I wonder.
Come, kin. Let us
The good thing
feast
about
and
my
drink.
position, though, is that I'm close enough to people to do diplomacy with other, factions. You don't have as many allies around you.
no, but I'll try to make friends with Krokgar at least.
Well, good luck with that. It's very, in my experience with playing as Thoric, which I've done many campaigns as him, it is very hit or miss. Like, sometimes I'm on really good terms with Krokgar, and sometimes I'm on really good terms with High Queen Khalida, and sometimes they both hate me for no good reason. Mm-hmm. And I don't know exactly what it is that causes such a wild difference.
Yeah, I would like to become friends with Krokgar, Teclis, and Khalida if possible, but I think Khalida and Krokgar usually hate each other.
Usually, yeah.
And Krokgar and Teclis, in your game, they were friends, weren't they?
Yeah.
So, it was Tic-Tac-Toe that hated everybody, and Tic-Tac-Toe is he just hates everybody anyway, so.
If I had to guess, I would say that chances are, Krokgar liked me in the campaigns where I was very powerful right off the bat,
Okay.
and didn't like me in campaigns where I was in a weak position by the time I met up with him.
Interesting. Okay.
So like if I took a huge battering to take out High Queen Khalida, I think he saw that as an opportunity. But if I wiped her out and was in a really good position, he'd be too scared to fight me. That's what I think.
Interesting.
Setting forth,
Well, we'll see how it goes.
grudge bearer.
Right now I gotta take out these no-names. Oh, I forgot the silver host vampire counts are here. And the Skaven. These are no-name Skaven though, I'm pretty sure.
Ready. One rug
The ones right next to you,
Yeah.
to war.
they're either no-name Skaven or they're Clan Moors.
Oh, really?
Because Clan Moors is close to you.
Oh. Interesting. I never noticed them.
I would love to help out my allies and wipe out Aranessa early, but I also want to get to a particular settlement quickly.
Yeah, the only other thing is that Krokar has the Golden Tower, which is where I need to go.
Yeah, you do have to take one of the settlements from Krokar, that is true. I mean, I think that artifact is all it does is it gives you the dinosaur summon.
Oh. Don't
So
care about that as much.
it's by no means one of the better artifacts that you can build as Thoric.
Yeah, I would like to see it. I'll just wait and see if that settlement gets taken by somebody else that I don't mind going to war against, and then maybe.
Chances are Tic-Tac-Toe will take him out eventually, but that might take a long time.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how Teclis does, because he's another one that's very hit or miss as to can he do well or does he suck.
Yeah, I think he usually sucks.
He usually sucks. I mean, you would think that he would be good, but he kind of sucks.
All right.
To battle.
Province secured. Well, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, if they didn't have a cap on resistances, Belagar would be immune to missile damage.
Shouldn't be possible.
It's been a long time. I don't remember what the unique artifacts for Thoric are. I know he gets some pretty cool ones, but I can't remember what all their bonuses are.
The artifacts. Oh, that's in the forge.
I'm talking about his quest items.
Oh, his okay. His weapons and stuff, I see.
And I don't know what vanilla quest items Belagar has and which ones are added.
Oh yeah, that's one thing we didn't mention is that we're playing with mods this time.
Yeah. Most of
read
them
off
are
the list.
cosmetic. There's only maybe 3 that affect the actual mechanics of the game at all.
Yeah. I maybe at the next one I'll have to go through the list and read off the runes. The mods that we put on.
I have a strategy that I'm curious to see if it'll pay off.
Just beeline it for me so you can wipe me out early.
No, not exactly. Because I don't want to just beeline it over there. Because if I do, I'm worried that Aranessa and Ikitclaw are going to team up against me.
Yeah.
And since
we don't need to be hasty with anything.
Yeah, since I don't have the option to have a second army, I can't really afford to leave my place undefended. At least not entirely. So I have some business to take care of before I can start moving down there, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. We can just take it nice and easy. You don't need to be angry or fighting.
That'll depend.
Man, I totally forgot how fast turns go at the beginning.
Whoever owns Carrick 8 Peaks is my enemy.
It's probably Skaven right now, isn't it?
I think the people who start there are a greenskin faction.
Oh, is it Greenskins? Interesting.
It's like Crooked Moon.
Skarsnik?
See, I don't think it's actually Skarsnik. I think there's a minor faction that is called Crooked Moon something something, and it's like supposed to be like a break off of Skarsnik or something. Maybe I'm not 100% sure on the situation there, but I don't think it's actually Skarsnik.
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 See, I was gonna say, because if you start off immediately at war with Skarsnik, like that's kind of rough.
Didn't they
I
move
don't mean
him?
at war.
Because
Did
he
they move
used
him?
to be up by the Empire.
He, I thought, was.
Or is that where they moved him to?
I thought he was over by like the desolation of Asgore, the Wolflands. Like I thought he was to your east, but I could be wrong.
See, that's
The
where I
Plain
think
of
he is
Bones.
now, but I don't think that's where he was before.
Lord of the Anglin.
I don't know.
You have your starting province yet?
I do.
Nice. Thoric, it's pretty quick to get the first two provinces. After that, it's a bit of battle required
Yeah,
to
and
progress.
trying to decide where I want to go, probably after the Skaven.
Because once you get that second province at the top of the ravine, you're either going one way for Cetra or the other way for High Queen Khalida, usually.
Yeah. Although the Silver Host is right there.
Yeah, but
I
they're
got the
not
minor people.
they're not a big concern.
I'll just head south and wipe out Zinch.
That's a
Grudge bearer.
option that I have not, I think, seen Thoric take before.
For vengeance.
Yeah, there's nothing down there. I don't think that
Want
would
to slit throat?
entice him to go down there. Oh, you're fighting Aranessa already.
Yeah, I've got to save my buddies.
Your buddies.
Yeah. Miragliano.
They're gonna be gone within like 3 turns anyway.
Now Beligar has regeneration when fighting at sea,
Oh wow.
which he does all the time.
Dwarves are known for being seafaring.
Of all the dwarf lords, Beligar is basically the pirate king.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lun's heir.
You're not wrong.
Yes. Lord of the Anglin.
I love that they
True
start
king.
me out with the income building when like I don't usually do that first.
I wouldn't mind starting out with an income building.
True king of the peaks.
Well, I've added to my army, so my income is not super great.
My
I do remember
income-
this.
My army has 19 out of 20 units, and my income is 400.
I have 18 and my income is 800.
That's about right.
But I do remember this being like when I played Thoric before, I remember this being a thing where like you start out and you're just kind of crawling around with not much income.
Well, yeah, dwarves are not
Interesting.
known for their immediate economic efforts.
It says close victory with low casualties. Should I fight it or should I not fight it?
I mean, that's up to you.
It's an underway battle.
That's up to you.
Let's try it and just see. Not like I'm gonna reload the save, but I'll just quick save just in case.
If you're not going to reload the save, then what are you doing just in case?
I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to do every now and then because it does help if like the game crashes, but
Yeah, that's true.
it also does an autosave at the beginning of every turn, so unless the turns are taking a ridiculous amount of time.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm probably gonna regret this, but
Let's see what you're up against. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. There's nothing they have that's dangerous to you in any way at all.
no.
Since when do orc boys have shields? Do they always have shields?
I don't know. They look like they have shields in that picture.
I am very confused.
It's interesting that they attacked me though, because they were just sitting at their place.
Did they attack you, or was it an interception?
It was an interception.
So then they didn't attack you.
Oh, they didn't attack me.
Or were you underweighing?
I was underweighing.
Okay, so yeah. I think the AI is just like, oh, an opportunity to intercept, I must take it. I don't think the AI thought much beyond that.
No. So rune smiths are not supposed to be melee dudes, or they are?
I mean, they're not as much melee as like a Thane, but they're not as bad as like an engineer. Like they've got really good armor still. It's just that, like, they're not good duelists. Like you don't want to put them up against a unit or a hero that has really high melee attack. Like if they're going up against goblins, they'll be fine. Like their armor will probably carry them just fine, but their melee defense is not great. So if you took a runesmith up against like Scarbrand or Malice, he's gonna go down in like 2 hits.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, to be fair, Thoric only has 45, so he would too. But so they're kind of like middle of the road there. Like they're tanky, but they're not your like. They're not going to be going after the enemy heroes or anything.
And now we wait for the reinforcements to arrive. Because they're not going to come attack me, and it'll take me too long to get all the way down there.
Yeah, your catapult wouldn't be able to get in range probably within the minute you have. And it looks like you don't have any gaps to get through.
On my side?
Yeah. I was just checking
Yeah.
to see if they could get around you in any way.
Yeah, I was hoping that would not be the case.
What's the, is there a particular reason for your current setup?
No,
Okay.
I just thought it looked cool.
Okay. I didn't know
don't
if
know.
like you were checkerboarding your front line for like a reason or not.
No, I just do. I don't really know why you checkerboard. I just do sometimes.
I mean, it would be a good it would be a good choice if you were using Thunderers, because they need line of sight. So if you checkerboard a little bit, you can actually shoot between your melee units diagonally.
Wait, so diagonally.
So like, if your quarrelers were just guns instead of crossbows or whatever, and you had gaps like this in your melee,
Okay.
then you could angle them and they could fire between your troops and have line of sight.
I've never tried that. So I would have like melee here, melee here, melee here, thunderers here, and they would shoot like this.
Yeah, they could fire in either direction. You just want to have a big enough gap. So like you could make your melee more squarish rather than longer, and then you'd have bigger gaps to fire through. See what I'm saying?
I see.
But that's where Thunderers are really good for the dwarves, because their front line is strong enough to hold, and the Thunderers can just deal massive amounts of damage because they're in point blank range. The only danger is that Thunderers will get wiped out by enemy archers because they can't fire back very easily.
That's true. Also, guess I still could have kept this going, but
There's a good blob for your catapult to shoot at.
I know. They're gonna move out of the range though before the catapult gets there.
Yeah, they're gonna be in melee.
In melee.
So yeah, I could have sworn that Orc boys didn't have shields, because I think in my Altharian campaign, whenever I was fighting greenskins, I was always like, oh, don't shoot the goblins, they've got shields, shoot the Orc boys. But if they have shields too, then I don't know why I would have come to that conclusion.
Well, the goblins and orc boys and chaos dwarves are not going to have that problem, so. Oops, I totally hit that room wrong.
$70 armor versus 170 armor. It's a bit of a difference. Of course, they are both armor piercing, so. But yeah, when your archers are focus firing the enemy lord, it's. Everyone is so covered in blood.
I know. Alright, I've used my runes. It's basically just sit back and... Oh, how I wish I had spells! The blobs are so good!
Yeah. That's why I always try to get the Rune of Wrath and Rune pretty quick, because that's pretty nice for blobs.
Yeah. Oh, that lord's coming back. He's like, I can do this, guys. Don't worry, I just need to catch my breath.
Yeah, I think Thoric might have some abilities that buff the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Because he's like the ultimate runesmith, so he's pretty good at spells. As far as dwarves are concerned.
Yeah. So, like, if I have my archers, they can shoot over my front line, right, into these blobs or not?
Crossbows can, yeah.
Okay.
Because you can see if you look at some of them, they have... Well, okay, it's frankly comical how some of the arcs go at close range, but yeah. Like, you can see them firing like 30 feet, and the arrows are like... It's like you're throwing a stone. Like, a crossbow would not at all fire in that pitiful arc and have any stopping power by the time it lands, but...
You don't know.
The game doesn't really care in that regard.
Wait. What are you doing? Get back here. Get back here. Those dwarf warriors are like, we can chase them down.
Now you've got a gap.
I know. That's okay.
Flank. Look at those classic dwarf flanking maneuvers.
Don't judge my tactics.
You have a better camera mod on, right? Yeah, can we go cinematic? As they run away.
Hooray! Run right up the
I
side
need
of the
to
map.
go into my settings and turn the fade off so I can zoom in on things without them disappearing.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. So I zoomed super into the crossbows. It just sounds like they're taking pictures. Like it sounds like a camera shutter. They're just taking pictures.
Yeah. A lot of people have voiced disappointment with ranged weapons in the Warhammer Total Wars.
Yeah.
Like, there's videos out there that compare, like, if you go back and you watch, like, Rome Total War or, like, Medieval Total War, and you listen to, like, what their cannons sound like or what the bows sound like, just the sound effects, they have so much more weight to them. And how a lot of the guns and crossbows in Warhammer are like wet noodles by comparison.
Wet noodles.
I never really noticed it. Stuff like that I almost never notice, but like I can hear a bit of a difference when you put them side by side, but it doesn't bother me too much.
I don't usually get close enough in to really care. Although I do like the sound of like Hellstorm rockets or the Hell Cannon. I think those sound really cool.
The only time I ever get close in is if I'm spectating.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise I have things that I need to be doing during the battle.
Although, when I played as Meow, I had one army that was a bunch of Celestial Dragon crossbowmen, and I was fighting the battle just to be funny, and I just let them go, and I like alt-K'd in and watched them just annihilate this army, and it was very satisfying. Pyrrhic victory. I'm not worried about that. I don't lose anybody, so wipe these guys out. I love that Thoric wears like a tank top. I feel like he doesn't have any shirt under his armor. He just has the armor.
Well, his skin is his armor.
By my hammer it will be done.
Alright, Snide's gonna come back for me because he doesn't have a home region, but
Stinking Snide.
I don't think he'll be able to do anything to me, honestly. But boy, I need to replenish after that.
Oh. Oh, that's a big boon for me that I didn't even realize. Compared to you, yes, Thoric. I don't normally have this buff.
What are you talking about?
The grudges. It's like I start out with like satisfied. And I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Oh.
As Thoric, I'm always at grumbling or way worse.
Yeah, I'm at grumbling, yes. This is
So,
true.
we don't have the grudge mod for the dwarves, so you're gonna be angry and enraged in about 3 turns.
Great. Cool. Love it.
Because the
Love
grudges
it.
like double in severity every like 4 turns or something stupid. So like you're gonna like instantly, unless they changed it, maybe they changed it so that Thoric's starting grudges don't snowball. But when I was playing as Thoric, by like turn 10, you're maxed out. You're all the way.
Great. I think when I played Thoric before, I had that mod, so I didn't worry about it at all.
I mean, it's not the worst thing because you get Slayers super fast. So if you need like an impromptu army, you can do that. But it's not great because you lose like research rate and diplomacy, and Slayers
And
aren't
control. Yeah.
great. Control's not the worst. I feel like dwarves are usually pretty decent at control. Usually.
Oh, is Snide going to siege me?
If he can, he will.
Oh no. Okay, I seriously have
True
big
king of
issues
eight
with this.
peaks.
So,
What?
Hey, attack!
Snide is one dude. He's just one guy,
Our ancestors
and he's
would be
almost
proud.
dead. He's sieging me, and my entire army is taking massive damage from the siege. How is one dude sieging and
Yes.
causing that much trouble? Like, that's
So,
not how this works, guys.
I don't think you take damage until you end your turn while under siege.
No, I that's how it happens, yeah, but like still.
But the thing is it's just like he's out there, and it's not like you're trapped in there like running out of provisions. It's more like all of the trade people can't bring you stuff because he's out there like wrecking
What?
merchants, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Outside the walls.
No.
And until you go out there and kick him out, like the merchants can't come
No.
through.
Lun's
That's
heir.
not how it works.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. No.
You just got to go out there and kick him out.
I did, but like that's oh man, I forgot about Scarbrand. He's gonna be a butthead. The only thing is at least he doesn't have range.
Yeah, Scarbrand will go after you, probably.
Well, our relations are improving. But he starts with a -100 aversion, so
Yeah.
there's that.
And Scarbrand will be pretty dangerous because he's, I think like his whole faction is like armor piercing.
Oh man, this guy's just beelining for me.
Who?
Golgast Scion Slayer.
I don't know who that is.
He's in Scarbrand's army.
Oh, he's another hero? Lord?
He's a lord. Yeah. And he's just force marching right for me.
Maybe he's a blood host.
He has 2 armies. Yeah.
He has 2 armies?
Not
Well, like, he's got the
Iron
2 bars. Maybe he's a blood host. I don't know what that means.
It's whenever Scarbrand raises a city, he can.
He may be. Because he just came from Agrol Migdal. Krokar.
Yes.
This always gets me too. Krokar's army has 17 units in it. And he's already started building another army. Like, you don't need another army if your first army doesn't have any, isn't full.
All right.
Yeah,
Onward.
the AI
Infamous.
can spam armies really easy.
Well, my turn's gone fast because I'm just camping. I need to replenish. Probably can fit one more turn in, maybe.
We have to make it all the way to turn 10.
I don't know. Oh, is Golgast just going to walk past me? Maybe? Where's he going?
Nowhere good.
He doesn't even know where he's going.
Icket Claw, what you,
Oh wow, Numis has been destroyed already?
what's up, buddy?
Engineer of Scryer.
Here you go, Icket.
What?
Well, I don't trust this doofus. I don't know what he's doing.
Belligar Ironhammer, Lord of the Angrund.
Still nobody wants to be my friend. It's unfortunate.
True king of 8 peaks.
Imagine having the ability to replenish your units.
Revenge incarnate.
Oh. What do we got for
So,
diplomacy? Nothing.
Sigma.
Okay.
Ready to swordfish.
That was a quick turn.
Lord.
Lund's heir.
Curious where Icket Claw thinks he's going.
Is he going to Athelloren?
No, he's right next to Miragliano. So, like, I could attack him if I wasn't recruiting,
Belligar
but
Ironhammer.
Yeah, see, my army's pretty banged up, but I got this Scarbrand guy right next to me.
I'm wondering if he's going to try to attack one of my settlements. I feel like my garrison can beat him, though. Maybe not.
Where is he going? I have no idea where this Scarbrand dude is going. Is he going to Granite Massif because it's been raised?
Oh, that's what he was
Oh,
doing.
I mean, I'm gonna go get that, buddy. Like, we're gonna have some words because you're not just gonna take that. I'm gonna take that.
Oh, Icket Claw. I just formed an alliance with them, too.
Have you come to pledge me your loyalty?
Oh,
No.
now you're at war with Icket?
No, he destroyed the human faction, Telia.
Oh.
Okay, so step 1 of my plan is done.
Well, do you want to do this turn or should we end it there?
Very well.
That's up to you. I don't know
will do
what the
as you
time is
ask.
like.
It's an hour and 3 minutes, so it's about what we were doing before.
Okay.
So I guess we will go ahead and end it there. This one should be a lot of fun. I love the dwarves. I know Jason likes the dwarves, so we'll see how it goes with being surrounded by enemies. But hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts, and hope we see you in the next one.